Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night to our BC families and students. This is Mr. Campbell, the assistant principal. I just wanted to make a brief tutorial on how to request a remote learning device from the DOE in case you are without access. If you're watching this on a cell phone or something, that's not the best and most conducive device to use for engaging in our remote learning activities. An iPad or a laptop is much more ideal. You can get a internet-enabled iPad from the DOE by requesting one. You can do it a couple of different ways, but I want to show you the easiest way to do so. I'm going to show you my screen just here. This is the Brooklyn Science and Engineering Academy website, brooklynsea.org. And on this site, there is a tab at the top that says Distance Learning, and there's one that says Tech Support. We've sent this information out via PeoplePath and email, Remind, and it was also in our news section a couple of times previously. But if you scroll to this page, you can find this section right here, which says Requesting Devices and Internet Connection from the Department of Education. So there was a number of different internet providers that were providing access that you can call. This has been posted for a little while now, but you can call any one of these numbers to see if they have access in your area. One of the things that we did when we were in school for that very last week, when staff were in school, we gave out 160 or so student laptops from our laptop cards to lease to families. We know that some of them have since stopped working. Some stopped working when you brought them home because they couldn't get on the home network. And we have been trying to work with families to troubleshoot that. But we also know that there's a number of families have requested devices through the DOE and they have received devices. So I would highly suggest that anybody that needs assistance or needs a device that's using a cell phone to request one of these iPads from the DOE. They do come internet enabled, so they can get right on, and they have the apps downloaded on them already, like Google Classroom. On this website, it says electronic devices. There's a remote learning devices request form. And so if you click on that, it will open up and there's a form. It takes about 5 minutes to fill out. Okay. And once you fill out your name, your address, your student's information, and you can click this, I have read and agreed to the student device loan agreement, and then submit it. Now, it won't make you choose that box before you submit, but they won't send devices unless you click that. So on my end, I can get a report where I can see who has accepted that agreement and who hasn't. And I've been sending emails and we've been calling to follow up with that. So please do click that box if you're requesting a device. It's just basically saying that this is what you're going to do with the iPad and that you're going to return it upon request. If you would like to read that device loan agreement, you can do so right there in that form. Okay. But you can also access that link right here where it says, please ensure that you accept the student device agreement. And it will also take you to that website if you would like to read that. If you have requested a device and you forgot to check that box, you should have received a phone call or an email from either myself or Ms. Stewart's been calling, Mr. Seifel has been calling. And then I've been sending emails also with just the direct links to this. But you can also go to this website if you previously submitted a request. It will come up. You can put either the phone number that you had on the initial form, you can put the email you had on the initial form, or you can type your student's ID and date of birth. Any one of those methods will get you in there, and you can accept that agreement. You can also cancel the device request from that. So if in the meantime, you don't need that device anymore, you have another computer that's working now, whatever the case may be, you can cancel that request. And so that's how to go in and cancel those requests. That's how to accept that. If you have any questions about it, you can feel free to reach out. There's also this 718-935-5100 number. When you choose option 5, once you get in there to request a device, I would suggest using the website for this and not going through that number, only because they have been inundated with calls. And so it might take a while just to get through to somebody, and it might take a while to get a device through that number. The form is definitely a lot faster and more efficient. Do make sure you type your correct emails in that form. I know there's a number of families that had a typo in their email. So you won't get the follow-up emails about when devices are sent, what the tracking numbers are, that kind of thing. So be careful when you're filling out that form. Like I said, if you have any questions or if you need anything at all, you can always reach out to one of us at BC. You can go to the website and find our emails. You can submit a tech request right here, and it will go into our form, and then we will be notified that you need some assistance. We are here to support through this remote learning process, and anything that we can do, please communicate with us. Thank you very much, and be well.